So here's the conversation I had with my boss when I quit. The short version was that I had typed out my notice. I called it retirement instead of resignation because I was old enough and had been with the company long enough that I could take early retirement. I walked into his office and I handed it to him and I said, I've decided it's time for me to leave. He took the paper, looked at it, and he looked up at me and he said, I wish you the best. Now, I was not expecting tears and I was not disappointed. I did not get tears. So that's the conversation. I gave him a full 2 weeks. This was Monday. I worked that week and the following week. And this sounds horrible, but this is just how it went down. That was on Monday. Tuesday, he laid off me. I didn't have any pressure from him. Really, no conversations other than a text saying, we need to tell your teams about the transition plan. The plan was already established. I had told my teams, they already knew. It was all good. I had the covering manager agree, all that, take care. Wednesday, we chatted like we were buddies. And I told him Thursday, tomorrow, next day, Thursday, I was not going to be in. My dad was dying, and I told my boss I am going to spend a day with my dad, who was in Portland. I'm in Indianapolis. So that was that first week. Didn't have a Friday operation. The next week, Monday through Friday, I was scheduled to work. So the next week, Monday, I call in sick because I was still in Portland, because my dad was dying. Tuesday morning, my dad passed. The company gave me 3 days of bereavement. So I notified my boss. I took Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, bereavement days. So I showed up for work on Friday, my last day. And they did not need me there. I was there really to finish packing my desk and to say goodbyes. That was it. I had zero administrative responsibilities. I had zero operational responsibilities. Everything had been funneled to the new manager. I was off the hook. Now, the sweet little nugget that I didn't mention was the policy of the company was anytime you make a correction to a document, the way you do that is you cross out the incorrect information with a single line, correct it, and then initial it, that you're authorizing that you made the change. My original resignation had a February 6th date, and I decided that's too far out. I'm not going to last. It's not going to happen. I won't survive that long. So I crossed out the date, February 6th. I changed it to December 15th, and I initialed it because that way he would know. I had been planning this for a while, and I moved my date up. A little passive aggressive maybe, but that was my way of giving a message. Then he did call me and say HR wanted a clean resignation with the correct date printed on it. So I gave that to him. I'd already made my point. So is that too petty? Don't care. That's how I resigned. I gave 2 weeks. And it felt incredible.